Hi everyone, how are you all today? So I'm back today with a very interesting topic. It'll be definitely interesting for you too. Firstly, I have to thank for supporting me and watching my other videos, listening to me. Similarly, today we are going to deal with emotional quotient or emotional intelligence. This is as a continuation of my first two videos. So, emotional quotient is a very important quality to be a successful leader. We cannot deny the fact that in current scenario, people with high emotional quotient are sought after for people with high IQ, which is intelligent quotient. So people with high IQ, as we all know, they do make excellent leaders. But their experiences are believed to be more theoretical than practical. So people with high emotional quotient, since they draw their decisions, since they approach others with their emotions, this is becoming more favorable for the team, for a corporate setup, or for any kind of workplace, even at your relationships. If you're a person possessing a good amount of emotional quotient, it works. So, how to achieve this emotional quotient? As per Daniel Goleman, he's an international psychologist and a world-renowned author for the book Intelligence. He's the person who made his emotional intelligence world famous. As per him, a person who possesses this EQ will have a lot of self-awareness. So when I say self-awareness, we always have some uninvited guests to our mind, especially when we are in stress, anxiety, or when we are in a confused state. We get into a lot of guests which comes into our mind, and sometimes if you cannot treat these guests properly, they will become frequent visitors. So when I say guests, we all know that it is a thought process. So thought process, we have to regulate our thought process in a very constructive way. So when these guests come to our mind, how do we deal with them? So when they're really constructive, we will embrace them. Even if they are not very constructive, we cannot ignore them. We cannot, totally pretend as if there is nothing happening inside our mind. We should be constructively able to reflect on these thought process and channelize our thought process in the right direction. So, in that way, we are channelizing our energy in the right direction. So, once we start controlling this thought process and channelizing it in the right direction, we get the self awareness. So, that leads to the self regulation. So once you have your self-awareness, once you have your self-regulations in place, then you can move on to the empathy, which is very important quality for this emotional quotient, to achieve this emotional quotient. So empathy, as you know, it is putting yourself in others' shoes and to understand, try to understand their emotions. You all will agree one thing. Whatever works as solution for us may not work as solution for others. As a constructive leader, when you can understand your emotions better, only then you can understand others' emotions better. So you have to start from self-awareness. Reflect on your thoughts, whatever it comes to you. Don't ignore them. Try to handle these thoughts in a very constructive way. In other words, mindfulness. So don't ignore the thoughts which are not so constructive. Just say hi, hello, and leave it as such. Just understand what are all the emotional swings or the emotional moments or the emotional states that your conscious level and your unconscious level is going through. So everybody has their own trial and error to achieve this emotional quotient in life. So once you reach this level, you can develop your leadership skills and you can imply this in the acts of your leadership skills. So as a leader, if you have a good emotional quotient and somebody approaches you with a difficult task, you will really help them towards a solution rather than pointing their mistakes of delay, or concluding them, saying they are not able, or their inabilities to achieve to the deliverables. So give a thought about it, and I will come back with more tools and techniques to equip you with a more emotional quotient, you to develop the emotional quotient within you. So thanks for listening. Keep watching this space. Meet you all soon. Bye.